Hello and welcome along to ESP3. Yes, that's right, the third in the series of ESP TV. That's ESP Soccer. Where are the balls? Soccer, and also one for football. So soccer and football. I can't do the finger thing. I hope you forgive me for that. But I hope you can also forgive me for getting so many of my J League predictions correct. 6 out of 9. I'll let you know more about that in just a while. There's transfer news coming your way. I will give that to you first this time because, I know that's what most of you are focused on right now, apart from those of you watching Team GB who've just let a goal in against South Korea. Stuart Pearce's team is a bit like watching paint dry for me, but that's just me. I've not enjoyed watching Team GB at all, but they've done well to get to the quarterfinals. I was hoping they'd get to the semis at least. It doesn't look like that right now, the one they're playing. But that's beside the point. That's not what I'm here to discuss. But I'm going to talk transfer news. And also there's a quiz question. I'm going to run through the month of August 1979, thanks to the Rothmans Football Yearbook. That might bore you almost as much as Team GB. Hopefully not. So the question is this. Who was the Liverpool player at the age of 35 who was recalled to the England squad by Ron Greenwood back in 1979, August 1979, right at the end of that month? I will run through the whole month and just give you some of the highlights of the month of August 1979. I warn you, that's coming at the end. First of all, though, the transfer news. That's what you want to know, right? Well, Ashley Cole, I think I said the other day that he could be on the way to Paris Saint-Germain. Apparently not. It's been denied by his former club boss, Carlo Ancelotti, obviously in charge of Paris Saint-Germain now. Paul Pogba has arrived at Juventus. That deal is confirmed. I wish I had my cards. I was going to give that the green card because it's actually happened. So he's signed a 4-year deal. Joseph Yobo has signed for Fenerbahce. That's confirmed. He's signed a 3-year deal, leaving Everton. He's fallen down the pecking order, so no big deal probably. He was highly rated a few years back, though, that's for sure. Stephen Pienaar, meanwhile, talking of Everton, he wants Leighton Baines to stay put, but if you've got any ideas where he might be going, do let me know, because obviously Leighton Baines is a highly rated left-back, and many other clubs are coveting him. Whether they get him, that's another story. Stephane Sessegnon is also a player much coveted, and Sunderland boss Martin O'Neill is saying he wants him to stay. Vladimir Weiss has made his move to Pescara of Italy from Manchester City. That deal is confirmed. Demba Ba looks to be staying at Newcastle United. His release clause has now expired. It expired a few days ago. He's going to stay put. Mathieu Debuchy, no news on him joining Newcastle. Andy Carroll's another one that Alan Pardew would love to sign, re-sign, should I say, on loan initially, perhaps with a view, well, definitely with a view to a permanent deal. Don't think that's going to happen in the near future, but we'll keep you posted on that. But good news for Portsmouth fans. Dave Kiston has now become a free agent. Obviously, the club are facing liquidation. They need to offload those experienced players to have any chance of surviving. Liam Lawrence and Tal Ben Haim are still remaining at the club. Kanu has already gone. So those two big wage earners need to do something, because to save Portsmouth Football Club, it would be a travesty of justice, if you like, if Portsmouth went into liquidation. I know Southampton fans won't agree with me, but for the love of football, we all have to stick by each other, I feel. And well, that's me. I'm not gonna preach anymore. But what I am going to do is going to tell you how I actually made some money out of the J League, my J League predictions. Because I got, how many did I get? This time I got 6 correct and 3 wrong. Previous week, sorry about scratching my nose, it was that itchy. The previous week I got 5 out of 9, and the week before 5 out of 9. So they're all profitable. But this time, well, I'm not saying the bookmakers are going to go into liquidation like Portsmouth FC because of my £1 bets. But if I was betting £1,000, they wouldn't be too happy. They'd be banning me eventually. So out of my 10 quid that I bet, £4.66 profit. My joker was Albirex Niigata against Kashiwa Reysol. I thought Reysol, because they signed this Brazilian guy, I thought it might upset the team balance and they might not be as formidable as usual, and I put it down as a draw. And I put a double stake on that, and that came up as a draw. The other ones got right. Vegalta Sendai against Yokohama F Marinos, that was a draw. Jubilo Iwata against Kawasaki Frontale. I had that as a draw. Nagoya Grampus against Vissel Kobe. That was a home win, and they won it convincingly, 5-1. What else did I get? Cerezo Osaka against Consadole Sapporo, who are a very poor team, right? Anchored at the bottom of the league. I put they'd win that. Not much of a return on that game, though. 4-0 victory, that was. So all the others, I think I've got reasonably good odds on those games. Oh, I also got Sagan Tosu against Kashima Antlers. I'm always tempted to sing "We're just a Sagan Tosu" to that. If I was actually a Sagan Tosu fan, I would sing that. But anyway, the Sagan Tosu fans, no doubt, were in fine voice as they won 2-0 against Kashima Antlers. So what about the ones I got wrong? Well, I got Shimizu S-Pulse wrong. I had that down as a home win against Sanfrecce Hiroshima. They won that 2-1 away from home. Urawa Reds, I thought I was onto a winner there. I backed a home win. They were 2-0 up. And FC Tokyo managed to get a 2-2 draw, pulling 2 goals back. It was a pretty good game, that. And what else? Gamba Osaka. I was tempted to go for a home win. It's easy for me to say now, but I was tempted to go for a home win. I didn't. And Omiya Ardija lost. Omiya Ardija, not the strongest team in the world, it has to be said, but Gamba have been so poor at home, I just was loath to put them down as winning that game. So no, they didn't win it, and obviously neither did I. So next week, I'll give you the predictions for next week, just as I'm swiveling around trying to watch the football at the same time. It's a penalty. Team GB have got a penalty, and looks like Aaron Ramsey's about to take it. I'm not going to get all excited if he scores, honestly. Is it Aaron Ramsey? Can't believe it. So I'm missing all this action just to talk to you. See how important you are in my life? And the Korean goalkeeper looking a little nervous. I think Aaron Ramsey must be feeling nervous if it is indeed him taking it. Why not Craig Bellamy? That's the question. And it's in. It's sneaked in. And it was Rambo. It was Rambo. And Bellamy's the first one to hug him, who's captain for the day. Bellamy in the team. Ryan Giggs not. So that's why he's captain. So on level terms, let's hope Team GB can get to the semis. Right, for the next set of J-League games, I've got these predictions. I don't know if you can read my mess. If not, I'm just going to let you know about it. Consadole Sapporo against Vegalta Sendai. I've got an away win. Same goes for Nagoya Grampus. I've got them to win at Shimizu S-Pulse. What other away wins? That's it as far as away wins are concerned. Got a few home wins. Not obviously a lot of value in backing home wins. Kashima Antlers against Jubilo Iwata, home win. Kashiwa Reysol against FC Tokyo. I toyed with that one. I wasn't too sure where to go with it. Because, as I said, Reysol, with the addition of this Brazilian jinx, as some people have called him, can they actually win with him in the team? I think so, against FC Tokyo. Kawasaki Frontale against Sagan Tosu. I think I must get a shirt of Sagan Tosu next time I'm in Japan. Kawasaki Frontale against Sagan, that's a home win, I reckon. And Vissel against Urawa Reds. Now, there is a bit of value on this one. I'm saying Vissel are going to win because every time I've been to Vissel Kobe to see them play Urawa Reds, they win against the odds. So they're against the odds again, and I've got them down as a home win. And there's no, I do like Vissel, but I'm not putting sentiment in there. It's just I think Urawa are due a defeat. And obviously they didn't do too well in the second half of their recent home game. And then, this is my banker, Gamba Osaka against Cerezo Osaka. I would put a double stake on that. I really think that's going to end up as a draw. And then another draw, I've got another couple of draws. Yokohama F Marinos against Albirex Niigata. I was umming and ahhing about that one for a long time, so I wouldn't bet my house on it. I wouldn't bet too much, full stop. That's my general advice. Just do it for fun. And Omiya Ardija against Sanfrecce Hiroshima. That's a draw, I reckon. But again, I was umming and ahhing about it. So the one I'm really sure about is Gamba against Cerezo. So I'm putting the double stake on that. When I haven't got any odds because I haven't seen any. Those games are a week away. So now, for the historians amongst you and those amongst you, those extra special people out there who love a bit of a quiz, well, it's quiz time now. I asked you earlier, who was the 35-year-old veteran Liverpool midfielder who was called up to the England squad in August 1978? Well, you're going to have to listen to to me rattling on about what happened in August 1978. Some interesting things, some not so interesting things. The highlights, perhaps, all in August of 1977. I said the year completely wrong. Sorry about that. It was 77-78 season. Liverpool bought Kenny Dalglish for, wait for it, £440,000. And Ron Greenwood was appointed manager until December in the month of August. And 6 players, plus Kevin Keegan, were invited to join his squad. So I think instead of me running through it, because I think you'll all fall asleep if I go through the whole thing, but I'll cut to the chase and I'll tell you the answer to the question. These 6 players in the 18-strong England squad for a game against Switzerland included, here's the answer to the question, 35-year-old Ian Callaghan. He was recalled after 11 years' absence. So that's pretty good going, they must have thought. And Mike Channon, funnily enough, was dropped because he was in the process of getting used to playing for a new club, which was Manchester City. So I just threw that in as well, just for good measure. I hope you enjoyed it this time around, and hopefully you'll see me again soon on ESP Soccer and ESPFootball.com.